Afternoon here with National VA Loans, and today we're going to take a little deeper dive into the wonderful world of VA renovation. Let's. All right, let's get into it. VA renovation and how you can make it work for you. That's the biggest thing here is you can make it for you, whether you're buying a new home or refinancing your current home. You can make a renovation work for you. So let's take a look at the guidelines that actually we're going to get into some of the guidelines, but I want to kind of slowly get into some of them make it work for you. So if you're looking at buying, if you're in the market to purchase a new home, one of the biggest things that with the VA, the biggest advantage of the VA loan is it's 100% financing. One of the beauties of VA renovation is it follows guidelines to a T. So even when you're buying a new home, if you're going to put renovation work into it, you don't have to actually come out of pocket with that money because you're going to be able to roll it into the loan, or as we say, roll it into the loan. It's not a set loan. It's not two different loans. It's not something you're going to have to repay later. It's just one primary loan for not only the purchase of the home, but the renovation work. Same goes on a refinance, a home you own. I know it's hard to get property there because there's not a lot on the market. If you need to do some things on your current property, whether it be new kitchen, new bathrooms, new flooring, paint, whatever the case may be, the renovation loan will allow you to do that, and you can utilize 100% of the as repaired value or the renovated value. So we're going to share some guidelines here from some investors that we work with, just to make it a little bit easier so you can actually see what it looks like. So VA renovation home guidelines. This is what that we work with on it, and we utilize not only but also VA. There are just some of the there. So this is drop down through again. A lot of stuff is things that you're not really going to be there with because it doesn't do as the individual buyer. That's on our end. But look at this. This number one is VA minimum score requirement. Mouthful for some reason. 580 minimum qualifying. So that means that all on the loan, husband, wife, married spouses, they all have to have above 580. 580 is not a test score to get to, and in cases if you are below that, help figure out ways to get it. But 580 is the minimum score for both you and spouse has to be a 80 number. Not that big of a deal, but you want to know, and it's going to be a requirement. Another big requirement is going to be here. This is, I'll be honest with you, the last couple of years of working, a lot of years of really working hand in hand over on home loans, we've had a lot of veterans realize that they could use their other ones. They are now out, which is awesome. That are, they own, but they want to property, so they're going to be new, and they can keep that current out and keep it on a VA. So it's a pretty cool deal. But VA product, the VA will allow for 1 and 2 unit. And the kind of the theme, I want to passive income off of state. If you can find a two that does need a little TLC, a little bit of work, does need some paint, those things that you typically need whenever you're buying them. If you can utilize this loan, a 2-unit property, and with size, you can live or one of the units and then rent out. And a lot of times, other unit will pay a good, if not all, of your mortgage payment. Again, you can always call VA specialist to get more information. It's 855-64040. Specialist will answer any questions. Let's see. We're going to scroll down. One of the biggest things that we need to appraisal is any kind of what they're doing is they're doing the as-is-to appraisal value, subject to these repairs completed. Value of the house. So you're buying a house $50,000 or $200,000. You're going to put $150,000 or $200,000 into it. The appraiser is going to property as so. Just keep not a real big issue to really think about but that's kind of how we figure it all up. Is the appraisal will be a completed value. So pretty simple on that. Repairs, like I said, the station, and we had a video about the rent had gone up, so they have gone up to that $200,000 now. I hate using the word limit because it isn't a limit. It's they have a recommendation of dollars or below. Now, in case subject to, if we have to go above that a little second level review process, get into it. Now, they're probably a renovation for $2,000, but if we have some 205 somewhere in there and the borrower and cents and the value appraisal, then it's something that I'm saying, and we can take a look at repairs. Eligible repairs. I'm this right here. Recreational tree improvements require pool, a big monstrosity of a deck, things like that, likely to be are not going to under the VA renovation. Are the renovation loans that will qualify, but none of them are as good as the VA. However, it's like that. That's where I will come into play. And of course, it's 855-64040. Any of us will answer those questions. And hey, no, you can't do that. And I saw a video that said second level. Yeah, we'll get a second level we can make happen for you. But if you find a property and it needs the kitchen, the paint, the flooring, whatever. Maybe there's a small wall in your living room and you want to remove that and open it up. Those are things that can be completed on the vacation. Ineligible repairs, that's about as important. Number one, the home must be at time of application. So when we come in and we take the application, and whether it be for purchase or refinance, the home must be habitable. Purchase, you must be able to occupy the property days. So and paint and stuff like that, you can be the best you can occupy the property at the same, whether you're doing renovations. One thing that is not eligible, and we've had this actually times, whereas mold remediation, not eligible mold remediation already. One thing that we do focus on, and I'm going to kind of there, is 9 months from closing needs to be completed. You can build a house, so doing the update should be able to get those in 9 months. Now, I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to briefly go over this, but the draws. This is one thing that's really nice, is that you don't have to control the money. You don't have to be the money and tell them the contractor, hey, I'm not, and they're going to strong arm stuff. You don't have to worry about that. And the title company comes into play. So if the contractor wants a draw, they've completed X dollar or X, then we go in and we make sure completed to your satisfaction, and then they can release the draw. Pretty simple. Nice that it doesn't put charge of having to handle aspect of it and having someone else come out and make sure it's been done correct. Really, those are the biggest thing, of course, is VA renovation by conforming loan limits. So you're at, whether city, state, county, down to there, and we can put a link for that video. But you're going to want to look at where you're at. Again, here, 855-9040, they'll be at. But in my case, or the best scenario, or the best about the VA renovation, is still do 100%, whether it's a purchase finance. It can include of not only the price that you owe on the home, but the renovation work, $200,000. So pretty big, and a big difference between other renovation products that are out there. Exactly why we love the VA loan. It doesn't require you come out of pocket with it, and in some cases, so it is one thing that we love about the VA loan, the VA home loan, the VA renovation loan, the VA construction loan. They're all kind of in the same boat, and as far as what they'll allow. Guys, that's really about it. Of course, any VA specialist, 855-956-4040, they'll be more than happy to answer any other questions, go through it even in more depth, and really tailor to your specific needs and situation. It's 855-956-4040. Check us out online, nationalvaloans.com, or if you're proactive and like to get done, I suggest going to National Apply Now, complete the loan application right there, and right to our VA specialist, and they'll reach out to you, the one that's in your state and can work with you, or reach out to you for the information and help streamline this process for you to make it as simple as possible. And also, not only that, maximize the hell out of it. Get as much of it as you can. You don't need to, it's not going to be two separate loans. It's one loan. So let's get as much out of it as we possibly can and not have to worry about going back and forth and doing all these things. That's where our National VA specialists come into play. The VA specialists are there for you. 855-956-4040. Guys, thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for everything that you've done. Thank you for your service. Until next time, God bless. Take care of yourselves.